Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever you might be listening to this. This is the BuzzBox Podcast.
Podcast.
I'm Britt,
I'm Clay.
and we are here to wrap up the 2026 Olympics for you.
The Olympics are
The
over.
Olympics are over. They ended yesterday
Flame
for
has been
us.
snuffed.
Yes, the Olympics are over. Congratulations to Norway actually for winning the medal count and amount of gold medals. They really dominated at the games this year.
They do it every single Winter Olympics.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I could have sworn a lot of the time the United States was second, but the United States I thought was usually the medal count winner.
They're like Norway's always up there in
Okay,
the Winter
well,
Games.
I don't
It's
remember, so congratulations, Norway.
it's because they are a mountainous.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's their shit. Like these
Right.
are all stuff that they do all the time,
It's
probably.
the ski jump, the biathlon, the
Hmm.
Nordic Combine. It's but their um what you call it, their country being all mountains is why they suck at hockey, and why Finland and
True. That's
Sweden,
that's
who
fair.
don't have mountains, have good hockey teams.
Mm, that makes sense. Because there's
Right.
no, I'm sure there's a couple Norwegian players that I'm not thinking of, but there's not that many in the
No,
NHL.
because they're
Uh,
all jumping skis and like
right, yeah, yeah. That's just
and
not their
whatnot.
game. That's just not
No,
their
it's
game.
not their game.
All the other Winter Olympics are their game.
Hmm.
Well, before we get into the gold medal round, or I'm sorry, just the medal round, what are you drinking, Clay?
I am drinking Genesee beer yet again
Again.
because what last week when I got beer, it's so cheap that they don't sell 6 packs of it. So
Mm,
it was a 12 pack. So
fair
here
enough.
I still have the same beer.
Fair enough. I am drinking $60 nachos from Hoofhearted
Mm,
Brewing as a double IPA. Where
that
is
sounds yummy.
Hoofhearted for? Oh, it's in North Haven. It's Hoofhearted Brewing.
Gotcha.
I don't think I've had this one before. I've seen it before, definitely. This beer.
Yeah. Um, before we get into the
It's a
games, I'm
double
gonna run.
IPA.
There's no real news.
No, not really.
Um, I'll just run through some injuries that have you know.
Leave out the big one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking
Okay.
about? We'll talk about that when we get to
Uh,
that game.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So Victor Hedman did not play in the quarterfinals against Team USA because he hurt himself in the warm-ups leading
Yeah.
up to the game.
He was on the bench though, was he not? He just didn't
He was
play.
on, he was on the bench because they had already submitted their rosters, so
Ah,
they
I
couldn't
see.
change
So
him
he couldn't.
out.
Got it. Well,
That's
he
why he
was
was there.
there. He was there. He just didn't play.
Right. Like he could have
Unfortunate.
torn his ACL and he still would have like sat
Just
there.
sat there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tyler Toffoli had a lower body injury. He's listed as day to day. Max Domi is missing time due to personal reasons. Matt Rempe had a procedure on his thumb and is on the IR.
Oh, okay.
Um, John Carlson is considered day to day with a lower body injury, and Kasperi Kapanen is expected to miss the first 2 games out of Olympic break.
Mm.
Um,
Wasn't he already injured? Am I misremembering that? I feel like he's been injured for like a little bit.
yes and no. He has played. He played on the 5 games leading up
Did he? Oh,
to
okay.
the
I
Olympics.
must
Yeah.
be thinking earlier in the season then.
I am leaving off 2 injuries.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll leave off. I'll get get the last one. Mikko Rantanen is out with a lower body injury that he sustained in the semifinals.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the
Yeah.
semifinals game. Because
Yep.
I think he played like half that game and then missed the second
Yep.
half of it. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
what. Yes. Yeah. So lower body. He actually missed the bronze medal game.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Well,
Um.
spoilers. Yeah. Not that if you're listening to this, I'm sure you know what happened already.
Absolutely.
Um, but you'll keep a little intrigue going, right? Just before we get to the games, also the NHL players that are not at the Olympics, I believe this past weekend have returned to practice, or this past week
Yes, they have.
returned to practice. So
Because
the
games start Wednesday.
Yep, games start Wednesday. I don't know how many of the Olympic players have made it back to their teams yet. There's a pretty large storm coming through New England right now. So that's probably, I mean, they could go to like Florida or whatever and fly out of there. But
Well, another thing is like who knows when a certain subsect of the players are coming back because
well, that too, yeah,
of celebrations and whatnot.
yeah. We'll see. Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe they'll miss the first game or two. Who knows?
Right.
For different reasons. But do you want to start? Do you want to do day one, or do you want me to do day one?
Give me a second. Let me bring up day one. I
Here,
didn't actually
I
press that.
I already got it. So why don't you do day
All
two?
right.
So day one is the first round of medal competition. So what that means is, just to remind everybody, Canada, the United States, Slovakia, and Finland were the top 4 seeds coming out of the round robin tournament.
Finland. Sorry,
So
that's gonna be
they got a bye to the quarterfinals. The other 8 teams played to play them. So the first game of that would be Germany versus France, and I think to surprise nobody, Germany won 5-1.
yeah.
No offense to France and Italy. We said last week Italy did better than we thought they would. Honestly, that
Absolutely.
last game against Finland, notwithstanding. But we didn't. I didn't think France was gonna upset Germany. That would have been very shocking
No.
if they had done that. Let's take a look at the scoring, shall we? Leon Draisaitl, because of course he did open the scoring for Germany,
Of course.
followed by Frederick Tiffels and JJ Paterka to make it 3-0 at the end of the first period for Germany. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare did score in likely his last Olympics.
He
Because
did
I
say he was
believe,
retiring
yeah, he's retiring after this. He
from
is
at least
40,
international.
so good on him. He's been kind of the face of the French team for a long time.
Well, they asked him it's like whether or not he was retired, like this was going to be his last Olympics. And he's
Mhm.
just like, I could probably go to the next one, but like it's not fair to my family if I do. So this is it for me.
Yeah, that's probably true. They would
Which
probably
respect,
take him on the team even if he is 44. But well, his lone goal in the second period made it 3-1, and then in the third, Josh Szymanski and Nico Sturm scored for Germany to give them the 5-1 victory.
Yep.
In net for France was both goalies, both Keller and Junka, who collectively went 31 of math is hard, 31 of 35. So that last goal was an empty net goal.
Empty netter. Yeah.
Looks like Junka started the game, and then Keller came in relief. And then for Germany, of course, as you would probably imagine, Grubauer was 30 of 31 in that one. Tim Stutzla did have 2 assists, so he didn't score a goal, but he got 2 assists on the game. Moving on to Switzerland and Italy. Again, to no one's surprise, Switzerland won 3-0. But again, Italy didn't get embarrassed in this game, I wouldn't say. It wasn't the Finland game.
Right.
Let's give this a second to load up for me. NHL.com takes forever to load. Philip Kurashev and Roman Josi both scored in the first period for the Swiss to make it 2-0. And then Nico Hischier scored in the third period to make it 3-0. And that's just where the game ended. For Italy, Damian Clara was in net as he faced 51 shots and stopped 48 of them. I think it's Damian Clara. Good for him. He is the lone prospect on the Italian team for the NHL because he's younger. And I believe we said last week that he is in the Ducks system.
Yep.
So they got a good young goalie in the pipeline there. Nico Hischier, on top of his 1 goal, also had 2 assists in this game, while Timo Meier also had 2 assists for the Swiss, and Gioni made 20 of 20 saves for the Swiss in net.
Yeah.
For the shutout. Now, no offense to France and Germany. or France and Italy, excuse me, but to some more interesting games. The Czechia beat Denmark 3-2 in their first round matchup.
It was a very good game.
Was a good game. Unfortunately I missed I think all of these games because I was at work. Stupid time zones.
Yeah.
Martin Nechas opened the scoring for Czechia in the first period on the power play. Alexander True tied the game at 1 for Denmark. David Kampf. Oh, I'm sorry. This is all in the second period. David Kampf and then Roman Cervenka scored for Czechia to make it 3-1. And then Nick Olesen, who's had a great tournament, he scored a bunch of goals.
Hmm.
It's 4 be specific. Made it 3-2. All of that scoring was in the second period, but that ended up being the final score. Czechia held off Denmark in the third period. Blichfeld for Denmark had 2 assists in the game, so good on him.
Yep.
And Freddie Anderson was 28 of 31 for the Danes. While for Czechia, let me just look. Dostal was in net for them, going at 24 of 26. So Czechia moves on. Oh my God, NHL.com, come on. Okay. And finally,
Sweden.
our last game of the first round, the first medal round, was Sweden beating Latvia 5-1.
Yep.
Not terribly surprising either. I
Not
don't think.
so super surprising, but I kind of expected what you call it, like Latvia to put up more of a fight.
More of a fight. I mean, they tried. They didn't get outshot too bad, but 5-1 is our
No.
final score here. Kempe and
It-
Landeskog. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's just that Sweden showed you what they can do when they're on.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Sweden, as we discussed last week, got hampered by their coaching, it seems like.
Yeah.
And injuries as well. Injuries did not help Sweden in any way.
No, they did not.
Adrian Kempe and Gabriel Landeskog both scored in the first period for Sweden to make it 2-0. Philip Forsberg scored his first of the tournament, making it 3-0. Edwards Trailmax, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, scored to make it 3-1. And then Mika Zibanejad and William Nylander both scored in the third period to make it 5-1 final for Sweden.
Yes.
Merzlikins was in net for Latvia, making 23 of 28 saves. And I believe it was Markstrom. Markstrom was in net, going 20 of 21 for Sweden. I would like to point out that Gustafsson wasn't even dressed for this game. I don't think he was dressed for the last
No.
2 games
No,
of
he lost
Sweden.
his net.
Leading up. Yeah, he lost. Not even lost his net. He lost the backup role as well.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised, and I kind of wish they had put Wallstad in at some point.
Just to get a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have played against Italy. Come on.
Exactly.
He would have been
stuff
fine.
Like that.
Shout out to Lucas Raymond, who also had 3 assists in this game.
Yeah.
So
Lucas Raymond had a fantastic tournament.
Lucas Raymond. What did I say? Lucas?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah, you're
my
good.
brain shut
All
off there for a second.
Let's jump to the quarterfinals.
Yes,
We
sir.
got four more games here. Slovakia, number 3 ranked Slovakia, actually beat Germany 6-2. They had better overall depth than the
Yeah.
5 German superstars.
After this game
Um,
happened, I was like, man, Slovakia might actually be kind of for real. You know,
Right.
they had a great round robin. They blew out Germany here.
Yep. Might look real good. So, Regenda, who also had a great
Oops, sorry.
tournament, gets his first goal of the tournament, but he had a bunch of assists. Then second period, again for Slovakia, Kellerman, clear. Oliver Auclair, dope name.
That's a
Makes it
cool name.
makes it 3-0 for Slovakia with Dvorsky making 4-0. Then Lucas Reichel scores for Germany, make it 4-1. Third period, Regenda again scores 5-1. Frederick Tiffels makes it 5-2 on the power play, and Thomas Tatar scores on the empty net, um, making it 6-2.
I genuinely forgot Thomas Tatar was on Slovakia.
Tater, yeah.
Tater, guess he's not in the NHL anymore. I believe he went back to Europe. But
Oh yeah, he did. I
yeah,
got him and Toffoli mixed up. There's a lot. There's a lot of guys in the league or in this Olympics. They're just like, hey, I remember him.
Toffoli was in the Olympics.
No, I got him and
Oh,
I got
got it,
Tatar
got it, got it.
and Toffoli mixed up, and then that's as another side note. There's a lot of guys that they're just like, I remember him being in the
Hmm.
NHL. Um,
Yeah, no, that's true. There's a couple of guys on various teams that I'm like, oh yeah, you.
oh yeah, but
Oh
I
yeah.
so yeah, Slovakia outshot Germany 35 to 27. Um, Next up, the Czech played Canada.
What a game.
That was a
Fantastic game.
phenomenal game. Um, Canada wins 4-2-3 in overtime. Um, Macklin Celebrini opens the scoring for Canada. Lucas Sedlak ties it, and then Pastrnak scores on the power play to take the 2-1 lead in the first period. Second period, Nathan McKinnon scores on the power play, making it 2-2. In the third period, Andre Palat scores on the breakaway, making it 3-2 to take the lead with
Yeah, there's
12 minutes played.
a little
12
controversy
minutes.
on this
Oh,
goal.
there's not a little controversy,
Yeah.
but like there's 8 minutes left. Uh, Czechia takes the lead, and then you look at the replay, and they clearly had 6 guys on the ice.
Yes, there was
Like,
very
like
very clearly 6 men on the ice. But the super wild thing about it is nobody on the ice noticed
nobody saw
at
it.
all, including
Nope.
Team Canada, who didn't challenge it.
Right.
And because if they
Nobody
had
noticed it.
challenged it, it would have been like, oh no, of course
Oh
that
yeah, call
yeah.
out.
But like, it's just so wild that nobody noticed that there were 6 Czech players on the ice. Because like if you watch the replay, there's 6 guys in the celebration for the
Yeah.
goal.
Yep.
So nobody
Um,
noticed that there were 6 players
Nobody
on the ice
noticed.
until after the fact.
So I was off on Wednesday, so I got to watch all of
Mm.
this game. I watched the U.S. quarterfinal
I
game as
watched the
well.
majority of this game, or yeah,
Um,
I watched the majority of the Czech Canada game.
but it looked bad for Canada.
Canada was in trouble. Yeah.
They were absolutely in trouble. Nick Suzuki, in a very good puck don't lie moment,
Oh yes.
ties this game about 4 minutes later.
Hell of
Um,
a deflection.
well, there's that in his zone entry. Like they kept playing dump and chase, and they go
It's
for a
odd to see
change,
such a high skilled team playing, but
not with their coaches.
fair enough.
You have Tocchet, Cassidy, DeBoer
Tocchet was
on
on
the bench.
USA. Tocchet was coaching USA.
I'm
I
confused.
saw him
Yeah, no,
next
you're
to
right.
Sullivan on the bench
No,
for
no,
Team
you're right.
USA.
I just assumed that he was Canadian.
It's sometimes it's hard to know, right? Because like
Because I knew
there's
I
not a
knew he was
huge
there, and I
there's
just
not a
assumed
huge
he
cultural
was
difference
Canadian.
between Canada and the United States. It's not gigantic of a difference, right?
No,
And it's not a gigantic difference in like names either.
uh-uh.
Like a guy named Will Smith, for example, right, is I believe Canadian. He could
No,
be
I think he's
American.
American.
Oh, is he American? Well, he could be
Yeah,
Canadian. Is my point.
he could be Canadian.
That's names between Canada and the United States are kind of like
Yep.
unless you're talking about Quebec, everywhere else is like, yeah, that guy could be from Colorado. That guy could be
Yeah.
from Ontario. You know, like you don't know. It's hard to tell.
Then, but you could look. You like Canada goes for a change. Nick Suzuki looks and sees that he's the only one there. Takes the puck into the zone himself, gets it in the corner, sends it back to the new players, and then gets in front of the net for the tip in. Like that, his
Hmm.
forecheck, his puck entry is the reason they scored. And then Mitch Marner scores in overtime for the winner.
I would like to point out, because this is going to be important in a couple
Later.
of games, that Mitch Marner scored this goal 1v3. He was able to get
Yes.
through the Czech defense
Mhm.
because they're playing 3v3 overtime, which seems like a
Overtime is
wild
3v3.
thing to be doing in the medal round, but is what it is. That's the
But
Olympic rules.
it's the Olympic rules, but there's also precedent, which we will talk about later. Um,
Right. So I just want
so
everybody to remember, just in case you don't know what we're talking about, that Marner did score 1v3 against the Czech in overtime.
yes, he
We will
did.
point that back out again in a little bit.
But Canada outshoots Czechia 41-24. It was
Major
just
props to Czechia. They had a hell of a tournament.
they held on as well.
Yeah.
Like
They nearly beat what people I think is the best team in the tournament. They nearly beat
yep.
them. Um,
Again, Vladar going 37-41.
Yeah.
Not Vladar. Vladar was on the bench. Dostal
Dostal.
was in net. Again, played fantastic.
Oh, before we move to the next game, I would like to point out that we had the games on at work, or I made the games be on at work when I could.
Yeah.
And the closed captions, the subtitles on it, so funny with Eastern European names. Because like the
I can only imagine.
the subtitles have no idea what they're saying.
No.
There was one game we were watching a Czechia game, and they said Dan Vladar, and I don't know why it fucked up Dan, and it said Dune. It said Dunne, Dune Vladar, and somebody said that at the table. They were like, "Oh, his name's Dune. That's cool." I was like, "His name's Dan. It's not even a hard first name. His name's Daniel." I was like, "Am I wrong?" And I had to look it up, and I was like, "No, his name's Daniel."
No. All right, moving on to the next game, which is Finland versus Switzerland. Finland comes back.
Another
Damien,
overtime game.
Another overtime game. Damian Rott and Nino Niederreiter score for Switzerland in the first period. So Finland is down 2-0 in the first period.
I was shocked when I was checking in on this game. I was like, they're down 2-0 to the Swiss.
Well, looking at this, I think we overlooked how good the Swiss team was. Like,
yeah, I mean, they got good ass players on that team.
Niederreiter, Nico Hischier, Pius Suter. You have JJ
Roman
Moser,
Josi,
Roman Josi,
Freddie
did I say
Anderson.
Siegenthaler?
No, you did not. Siegenthaler. That's it.
Yeah.
That three. Who was that? JJ Moser, Josi, and Siegenthaler. That's a pretty solid top three defense. That's not
really
bad.
is.
It's not bad. So
then,
they have players. Yeah, the Swiss have more players than I think we considered. You know.
Right.
They're probably on par with the number of players. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Third period.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sebastian Aho scores with 14 minutes played, so 6 minutes left in the game to bring it back to 1, and then Miro Heiskanen scores with a minute and a half left in the game.
Yeah.
Net is empty.
Huge goal.
Huge goal. To send it to overtime, where Turi Lekkinen scores the overtime game winner to send the Finns to the semifinals.
That's right.
Finland outshot Switzerland 31-23. It says Giannoni, but like I don't trust it.
I think it's like Gioni, maybe.
It's Yeah, that sounds right. For
Which
Swiss.
is crazy that this guy was playing over Freddie Anderson. You know what I mean?
Anderson wasn't on the bench.
He wasn't even on the bench?
No, he wasn't even on the bench.
Interesting.
I
wonder if he got hurt and nobody said anything.
Maybe. But like we said, we've mentioned this. I'm very games start Tuesday or Wednesday. Olympic players have to report back Tuesday, and I'm very curious to see what teams
who get shut down. Yeah.
have to shut down their players, whether or not they are at the out of playoffs or not. Like because so many teams aren't out of the playoffs.
Yeah, true. Especially in the East. Uh, yeah, there's a bunch of players that like if you watch these games, you're like, something's wrong with you.
Right.
Something's up with you.
Something's up. Well, and this is the game where no, never mind. Never mind. So then we move on to the USA Sweden game where USA
Another
wins
great game.
again in overtime. I don't know how much of a good game that was. It
It's a
pissed me
pretty
off.
good game. I thought it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay,
USA
okay.
outshoots Sweden 42-29. Dylan Larkin opens the score in the second period. Nika Zibanejad ties it with a minute and a half left to go. And then Quinn Hughes scores the overtime game winner to send the Americans to the semifinals, sends Sweden home.
Yeah, no medal for Sweden.
No medal for Sweden. Jesper Bratt, who plays in the third period of this game, which he was benched for the second period of Finland. So that last game that you mentioned, that 5-1 win against Latvia, no Jesper Bratt in that game.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
But
one of your better forwards. Definitely one of your top 6 forwards.
Because he missed a pinch that led to a breakaway, shorthanded breakaway, and that was it.
Oh, Sweden's got to be pumped that this guy's not going to be their coach anymore. Because, like, that's such a shitty thing to do during the Olympics to guys on what I would say is the third best team in the world in Sweden.
Yeah.
So it sucks for Sweden. They basically, if they hadn't lost to Finland, they probably would have been in the semis, right? They would have taken Slovakia or Finland's spot and probably would have drawn Germany or whoever and probably would have made it to the semis to at least face Canada or the United States.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they faced the United States in the quarterfinals. So
that's just how
it happens sometimes. Yeah.
My complaints about this game, that I was mentioning it, was because USA took that lead and then they sat back. They invited pressure from Sweden, and this goal.
That's Sullivan special, baby.
This goal from Zibanejad was
the minute and a half left.
It looked almost guaranteed. It's just like Sweden's going to score, USA's going to blow this. That's what it looked like for me. It's just like they started playing prevent, and prevent never works. It doesn't matter the sport.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That is a good point. It never works.
So I was getting so mad because the U.S. was taking themselves out of this game. Or like they tried to lose this game.
Oh, yeah. They tried to lose. Well, they tried to lose their last game too. It was close.
Well,
all right. So before we move on to the semifinals, that is the first time ever that 3 of the 4 quarterfinal games have been decided in overtime. First time ever.
That is true.
That has happened.
But also, every team that went through had the bye.
Yes, that's true. All 4 top seeds went through.
Because also they had a day's rest that the previous team did not. So,
which sucks, that's how the scheduling has to be. Yeah,
is why you want the bye. So
top 4 seeds go through. Finland and Canada, Slovakia and the United States are our semifinal games. Excuse me. First game of both games happened on the same day, which was Friday the 20th. You have your hand up, yes?
I do, because I want to check something. There were no games at all.
We didn't even talk about... Hold on. Sorry. We did not talk about one of the more important things that happened in the Czechia-Canada game. Is that Sidney Crosby got injured in that game.
Sidney Crosby did get injured in that game.
Canada was losing 2-1, I believe, in the second period. And Crosby took...
It was just a weird fall.
A clean but awkward hit from Radko Gudas. It wasn't even an awkward hit. It was an awkward fall for Crosby. Yeah. He was trying to absorb it in a way.
Right way.
He fell on his leg in a weird way. Seems like he dodged like major injury. Thank God
Yep.
for the Penguins. Um, however, I'm just gonna spoil it for you. He did not play for the rest of the tournament,
Nope.
and that
Also,
we will have a discussion whether how important we think that is.
Morrissey does not play the rest of the
Morrissey
tournament.
has not played since the first game of the
The first game,
Olympics for
he was hurt in
Canada.
the first game, maybe a period and a half
It
in.
was pretty
He does not
early.
play
Yeah,
the rest of
did
the,
not play the rest of the
the
tournament.
Olympics. We'll talk about that as well.
We will too. All of these points we're making are really important for the gold medal game. So
Um, Real quick before
yes.
you jump into Friday's games, the semifinals,
Hmm.
I want to talk the women's finals because that
Yes.
occurs on Thursday. The medal games happen on Thursday in between the men's games. Switzerland takes the bronze medal over Sweden
Ooh, good for
in a
them.
2-1 overtime victory.
Good for them. I don't know when the last time the Swiss women's team has medaled, but that's great for them. I mean, it
Yeah.
could have been last time. I don't know. I don't know. I unfortunately
Uh,
don't follow that closely, but
so,
and as we all predicted, the gold medal game was always
yeah.
going to be U.S. versus Canada.
So Mira Junkiger for Sweden opened the scoring,
Hmm.
where Sinja Lehman ties the game, and that was both goals were in the second period, and the third period, no goals, and then Alana Muller for Switzerland scores the overtime game winner um, to secure the bronze. Now
Nice, good job, Swiss.
for the U.S. Canada game, remember in the preliminaries, the U.S. dominated Canada.
Yes, yes.
That was not this game.
5-0 game, I believe, was the final
Yep.
score in the preliminary rounds. Not this game though. Mm-mm.
Not this game. Uh, this was a tight one. I know we were overconfident in
A little
last
bit,
week.
yeah, a little
A
bit.
little
Well, hey,
bit.
they won 5-0 in the first game they played. Like, come on.
But we should have talked about how Canada and U.S. are always going to rise to each other in a knockout setting.
True.
Because
I mean,
that first game wasn't knockout.
I like, what is it? They've played in the gold game in the Olympics or the World Championships every time. The like last 8 times or something like
Yep.
that. It's just, unfortunately, we mentioned this the last 2 weeks. The rest of the world's women's teams just have not caught up to the United States and
No.
Canada. So it's
And
always the United States and Canada. I hope that
and the
changes in the near future, but
and the U.S. team is outpacing Canada right now with their
yeah, yes, yes.
development. Because even though this game was 2-1 into overtime as well, the speed of the American players outshot
Well, especially on that
you could
last
see
goal
it.
too. Yeah.
Where all right, so Kristen O'Neill scores in the second period to bring Canada 1-0, and then it takes an extra attacker with an empty net for Hillary Knight to score with 3 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left to tie the game. And then
Big goal from Hillary Knight.
Megan Keller, the defenseman,
Yeah,
dangles.
crazy that she was the one that dangled around the Canadian defenseman to score.
Dangled around the Canadian defenseman, then went 5-hole to secure the goal. That was filthy hands from her.
Oh yeah.
So congrats to the U.S. women for winning gold.
Yeah, big time gold.
For not blowing it.
Yeah, sort of for not blowing it. Yeah, but you know what? They won. We'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the men's semifinal games. One pretty exciting game and one not so exciting game. First up with the exciting game, Canada did beat Finland 3-2 in regulation. No overtime in this one. However, Canada had to come back from being down 2-0 in this game to do that. Mikko Rantanen scored the
Yeah.
first goal for the Finns in the first period on the power
On the
play.
power play. Why was there a power play?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, it's
You
because
tell
Sam
me.
Bennett ran UC
Oh,
Saros.
that's right. Sam Bennett ran UC Saros, and then Finland immediately scored on that power
They
play
they
off the
scored
face-off.
the face
Yeah,
off.
which is like, hey Bennett, like maybe just don't do that in the
Oh,
international
hey,
setting.
you're not on the Panthers right now. You can't do that.
Fucking that happened, and then I saw almost immediately on the hockey subreddit, Sam Bennett is a disgrace to Team Canada.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Howla then scored on a shorthanded breakaway in the second period
Yep.
to make it 2-0. Fantastic breakaway goal by Howla. And when he scored that, I was watching this game. I was like, no way that they're gonna beat Canada. Because
Right.
if Canada doesn't get gold in this tournament, it's a travesty, right?
Yes.
Because
Absolutely.
just comparing this team to all the other teams, including the United States, Canada is the best team. On paper
Yep.
and watching most of the games, Canada's the best team, right?
Yes.
So the fact that they're down 2-0 in the
On
semifinals and they might go to the bronze game.
on paper, they're quibbles. We quibbled.
Oh, there are quibbles, but they have the best players, right? They have McDavid, they have McKinnon, they have
Yes.
Marner, they have Stone, they have Makar, they have, on and on and on and on.
We have a rock.
We have a rock, and his name
We
is. We have a
Caliban.
man who sees ghosts, and his name is Quinn Hughes. Sam Reinhart scored in the second period. About let's
On the
see,
power
about
play.
10 minutes later on the power play to make it 2-1. Shea Theodore scored 10.5 minutes into the third period to tie the game at 2. And then Nathan McKinnon on the power play scored for Canada with, wow, is it
30.
really that little time left with
Yeah, it was only 30
36 seconds left in the
Yeah.
game to make it 3-2? Canada held on to win the game. I did just really funny because that penalty that was called that gave them the power play, totally legit call.
Totally legitimate.
It was a high stick. Yes, you could say, oh, McKinnon kind of tipped the stick into his face. I don't know that he did that on purpose, but it's still a high stick. Even if he did do it, you
also-
need control of your stick.
Yeah, you have to control your own stick. Also, the comments that
Timo Solani, is that where we're both going with this?
no,
Oh, that's where I was going with it, but go ahead.
Timo Solani is Finland's Trump. Like no one cares. He literally he always makes dumb tweets like that. He's Finland's version of that. We don't know.
He tweeted that, and I was just like, what are you talking about? That was a totally legit penalty call.
Right. It's like Halak. If you say anything like, don't look at Halak's not Halak. Hashik's tweets. Don't look at Hashik's tweets.
Yeah. You know what? Don't go to hockey players for your moral authority.
No.
They're not the ones to go to. And you know what?
They're not.
No athletes. They're not.
No
Just assume they're all not good people.
Yeah.
Because they're probably not.
Oh.
I'm sure some of them are, but
yeah.
A lot of them aren't.
Right. But either way, not Solani, and more in an NHL game, they probably wouldn't have called that.
Maybe
and
not.
They're wrong.
That is wrong. Yeah, that is wrong.
So like, the refs made the right call, is what I am saying.
It was the right call. No, yeah, absolutely no argument. And kudos to Finland fans after the game that got interviewed and were like, "Hey, what do you think about that penalty call?" They were like, "Correct call. It sucks that happened, but it happened."
Exactly.
You know?
I just think it was funny, like Sam Reinhart scoring the power play goal. Because Sam Reinhart's tournament was awful.
Awful.
It was awful.
So that's first goal of the tournament.
Well, also
first goal of the tournament was that game.
I believe his mistake he had a mistake that led to the shorthanded breakaway.
Oh, I believe I think you're right.
And his power play, with the assist from Cale Makar, it went off the shaft of his stick and deflected in. it was not an intentional
Just kind of a
like
lucky,
you.
just kind of a lucky deflection.
It was a lucky deflection. It was not a play. Like looking at it, it's just like he didn't know where he was, type of deal.
Yeah.
So like he still lucks into a goal after
Like at the when
everything.
the when the rosters got announced, I don't think we really quibbled about Reinhardt being on the team, but like,
No, but he was also an auto pick
yeah, but like moving forward, I don't
in
know that Reinhardt should be on the team.
in
At
this
least not auto pick anyway.
in this game. He was the 13th forward. He
Well, that's
got
what I'm saying.
dropped.
Like like when we go to, I think because the four nations, or if they decide to add more nations than four, is supposed to happen in 2 years, right? Because that's what the NHL wants. They want Olympics 2 years later. Yeah, 2 years later, four nations. 2 years
Type
later,
deal. Yeah.
Olympics. They kind of want to
All
alternate
star in
every two
between.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
all star in between. Um, that four nations that comes up in 2 years, I don't think Reinhardt is at least not an auto pick, right?
Oh, well, he was kind of invisible in the Four Nations too.
Fair enough. But
Um,
I think a lot of the quibbles we had with both Canada and the United States roster setup was they just kind of rolled with the Four Nations rosters for the
yep.
most part, which I think was to their detriment. Both of
Yeah.
them, both teams.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, um, shout out to UC Saros, 36 of 39 in this game. Canada did outshoot Finland 39-17. So
Yep.
he tried his best. He almost got him
Well,
there.
they were 2-0 or 2-1 at the end of the second.
Yeah.
Finland ran out of gas.
Yeah, they
Like
did. Yeah.
they ran out of gas. They played an extra game and it showed. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
no, they didn't play an extra game. But
No, they
they
didn't.
again they
Yeah,
still
you're right. No, they didn't.
as soon as I said it, but they they
They
just
just
ran out of
didn't
gas.
have the legs that Canada did.
They didn't have
Um,
Barkov.
does Barkov being in this
Yes,
game win? I think so.
yes.
I think so. Because Barkov would probably just negate McDavid like he did in the Stanley Cup Finals the last 2 years,
Yeah.
or for the most part anyway.
And
McDavid did have 2 assists in this game. Good.
um, going back to Sam Bennett running Saros, he did it on Mikola, his teammate.
Hmm.
Mikola saw that he was going to do it and tried to push him
He
off.
tried.
Like
Yeah, he tried.
you could see that Mikola's just like, I know what you're doing.
I
And
know
tried to push
exactly
him
what
off.
you're doing, you motherfucker.
And Saros only elbowed him once. He got like if
Shout out to
if
Saros for his anger
for the
management.
restraint.
Yeah, because if this was in
Because
the NHL, he probably would have laid that blocker right in the back of Sam Bennett's head.
I think he would have fed him his teeth.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jordan Binnington, 15 of 17 in this game. In another scary game for Canada. Two
mhm.
scary games in a row in the middle round for Canada.
And I will say, Bennington is not letting in softies. He is getting left
He's getting
to dry.
all of this. Clay and I agreed. Canada's defense, not very good.
Yep. No, they're
The
not.
defense aspect of it. The offensive part of their defense is obviously very good.
We
Defensively,
are,
not great.
which is what we argued about when these rosters were
Hmm.
announced.
Oh, don't worry. We have some suggestions that might have helped, which we
I
probably
will.
already said.
I will say one of my the people I thought was going to be a problem in Dowdy, not the problem.
Not the problem. Not the
Not the
problem.
problem. Sure,
Um,
it was him and Harley on the ice for the breakaway goal against Czechia, but again, Czechia had 6.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Czechia had 6 guys on the ice, which nobody noticed until after the game somehow. Um, all right, let's move on to USA and Slovakia. And I was like a little worried about this game
I
going in
was
because
a little worried about this game.
Slovakia was playing hard. They looked really good, but the United States won 6-2. So
Hmm.
Slovakia just kind of ran out of gas in this tournament, unfortunately. Dylan Larkin opened the scoring, and I would like to challenge that Dylan Larkin probably should have been the captain of Team Canada or of Team USA, excuse me,
Yeah,
instead of Matthews. No offense to Matthews, but I think
I
Larkin is a better leader.
after this gold medal game, I kind of disagree.
Okay, that's okay. There's a lot of guys on Team USA that could have been the captain, including Matthews. That like I'm not trying to shit on Matthews. I'm really not.
My argument for Matthews is Matthews. Yes, he wasn't doing a lot of scoring,
Hmm.
but he was asked to do a lot of the dirty defensive stuff as a center,
And he was doing it. And he
he
was
was
doing
doing
it.
it.
Yeah.
He was doing his job.
You know what? Fine. I won't. I won't shit on Matthews being the
I
captain.
didn't I didn't think of that until for the USA
You're
game.
you're totally right. I'm not really trying to put down Matthews. So you know what? I'll just drop the argument.
Yeah.
Dylan Larkin scored the first goal of the game for USA 4 minutes into the game. Tage Thompson followed with 40 seconds left in the first period to make it 2-0 on the power play. Jack Hughes scored his second of the tournament, making it 3-0 in the second period. Jack Eichel scored his second, and then those two goals to make it 4-0. Those two goals were 19 seconds apart.
19 seconds apart.
And unfortunately, when that happened, this game was over, pretty much.
Yep. That was that.
Jack Hughes scored again with about a minute and a half left in the second period to make it 5-0 United States. Yuri Slavkovsky did score to make it 5-1. 5 minutes into the third, Brady Tkachuk made it 6-1, and then Pavel Regenda made it 6-2 with 6 3/4 of a minute left in the game. But that would be the final.
Also,
United States Slovakia to the bronze game.
what were they thinking picking these jerseys?
I don't know. That was really similar jerseys in this game.
You're rooting for the white team with the blue on their shoulders,
or the blue team with the white on their shoulders. Yep.
They had the same color pants. They had the same color helmets.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
It was a little rough to watch. I do agree. I don't know how you would change it. I think it was just unlucky matchup, honestly. Martin Fehervary did have 2 assists in this game for Slovakia. Both goalies played for Slovakia. That is Halavia and Skorvanik. Both played in this game. The United States outshot them 39-24. Let's see. Anybody have multiple assists? Oh, Zach Werenski had 3 assists in this game. And Connor Hellebuck was 22 of 24 for the United States. And that is your semifinals.
All right, let's talk the bronze medal game. Bronze medal versus Finland versus Slovakia. And
this wasn't much of a game either, unfortunately.
No, Finland learned from the U.S. If you shut down Slavkovsky, you win the game.
Yep, that's it.
That's all you need. Sebastian Aho scores 7 minutes played into the first period to do 1-0. Eric Haula scores first in the second period, and that's the game.
That's the game-winning goal. Yeah.
No, sorry. Thomas Tatar scores to make it 2-1 with 30 seconds left in the second period. And then we go to the third period. Rope Hintz scores on the power play to make it 3-1. Capo Kako, unassisted, scores to make it 4-1. Joel Armia, empty net, 5-1. Eric Haula, second goal, empty netter, 6-1.
Yep.
And Finland is your bronze medalist.
Finland kind of cruised to a bronze medal there.
Based on how we thought this was gonna go, surprising.
Yeah, well, Slovakia beat Finland in the first game of the tournament, 4-1.
Well, we didn't think Finland was gonna medal.
Well, I think we both agreed that Finland on paper was the 4th best team, behind Sweden, United States, and Canada, right? So we thought I think we agreed that like they could be a dark horse for a medal. But
I just thought losing Barkov was going to kill him, and that was not the
case.
Hey,
they got a bronze. You got to.
They got the bronze.
And honestly, again, if Barkov was in that Canada game, they might have gotten through to the gold medal game.
Yeah.
But hey, shout out to Finland. They got that bronze. They get to gloat that over Sweden for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sweden didn't get anything. Because those two teams, sports-wise anyway, hate each other. So
There's a rivalry, non-sports
Well,
wise,
yeah,
but
it's
wars
there's a
in
lot of
between.
history to it, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of history to it, but I think it mostly comes out in hockey tournaments, at least as far
Yeah.
as I'm aware. Obviously, I don't know everything that goes on between those two countries, but all right, ladies and gents, as we predicted, the gold medal game, United States and Canada, and going into this game, well, going into the medal round, I think I said I don't know how anybody beats Canada because they look too good.
Right.
They had two scary games leading up to this gold medal game where they nearly lost. They were down in both games. And ladies
Yep.
and gentlemen, the United States takes gold, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime
Yes, they do.
in just an absolutely insane game. Me and Clay, me and Clay watched it together. That was a hell of a
Yeah.
time. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, only 3 goals in this game. Matt Boldy scored the first goal in the first period, exactly 6 minutes into the first period, to make
Hmm.
it 1-0. He busted
That play
through
was amazing.
Taze and Makar.
Yeah.
He got through both of them. He dangled the puck around both of them and
He did.
scored on like a half breakaway essentially.
He chipped the puck over both of them at the blue line.
Oh, that's right. And then he stick lifted
Lifted
Taze
Taves.
it was a beaut. Go look at that replay. It's an action. It's absolutely, man. Matt Boldy's really good. I just got to give him credit. He's a real good player.
Absolutely.
Kel McCarr tied the game with less than 2 minutes to play in the second period on a hell of a snipe off of a face-off.
Great snipe. And then the third period was all Canada.
The third
I will
period
say.
was absolutely dominated by Canada.
I would
The
say about
shots on goal is crazy to me that it was 14-10 in favor of Canada. It felt like way more of an advantage for Canada.
I see my shots on goal is 42 to 28.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about in the third period was 14-10.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes, Canada outshot the United States 42-28. That second period was what the third period felt like to me. Second period was 19-8 for Canada.
Yeah, well, half of the second period was very like stressful.
Yes,
That's because that's where the
absolutely.
5-on-3. That's
Yes,
where the 5-on-3
the
happened
United States successfully killed off a 5-on-3
for a minute and a half.
for a minute and a half. United States power or penalty kill 100% for the tournament. They didn't let in one power play goal.
And we very much, critical of JT Miller
Yeah,
and to a lesser extent Trocheck getting that called
got to give them both their flowers.
because
They were
they were
fantastic on the penalty kill.
instrumental on
Yes.
the penalty kill.
Got to give them their flowers. Would I take Robertson over JT Miller? Yes, I absolutely would. Because Robertson can also forecheck. I don't know that he could penalty kill as well, but like there's other guys that could penalty kill on this team.
Our questioning also we were third period just like where the I would say the U.S. dominated the first period.
Yeah.
This was the U.S.'s first period was U.S. The forecheck was all over Canada. They seemed to be very much struggling dealing with it, especially Periaco and Sanheim. Even heck, that Boldy, you could say was a forecheck in the neutral zone. Boldy's goal against Taves and Makar was a forecheck in the neutral zone. And that forecheck completely went away in the third period.
Yes.
And it was.
I don't know where it
stressful.
went. It's just like
I
I
don't
don't
know
know if that's just like no, we gotta hold on. Can't be too aggressive. But it's like you look at the first period, you were all over them in the first period. That's what you were controlling the puck with that. And control of the puck is the best defense. If you have the puck, that means they don't have the puck.
Right, which they are lethal with the puck.
Yes.
The only reason USA sends this to overtime is Connor Hellebuyck.
Because I'm glad you said that. Connor Hellebuyck, undisputed MVP of this game. He went 41 of 42. He faced at least 3 breakaways, at least 2 breakaways. 2 to 3 breakaways. One of them by McDavid.
in the first period.
that he
Celebrini in the
stopped.
second.
Celebrini in the second. There was another one in the third. He stopped all of them.
Yep.
That man was a fucking monster. He made the most incredible save against Devin Tays in the second period, where Tays had him dead to rights, had the puck in the crease, open net, no doubt
He
goal.
gets the stick on it.
Somehow Hellebuck gets his stick there and deflects it away. Somehow.
And it goes through the crease. He made outside of the one goal, he made two more mistakes. One, he was bailed out by McAvoy, who was standing behind him, and then the other one, McKinnon misses a shot that he makes 99 out of 100 times.
Yeah, I don't even know if that McKinnon shot was really on Hellebuck as much as it was on the defense of Team USA, but
that's true. But like, those were his three weaknesses. That
I
was
got
it.
yeah, I feel you.
That's what I mean. Like,
And
there
speaking
was
of
three-
Charlie McAvoy, my guy Charlie McAvoy, great defenseman. He had a terrible game. He made up for it for saving a goal when Hellebuck was basically out of the net, making a different save,
No,
wide open net.
Hellebuck was low.
Hellebuck
and
was
got
low.
tipped over him.
That's what it was. Hellebuck was low. McAvoy somehow was there and was able to swat the puck away from a sure goal for
Yeah.
Canada. So all of his mistakes for McAvoy, they
Honestly,
they technically didn't score on any of them. But so we'll give him a break. He saved that goal. So we'll give him a break on all of his fuck ups in the game because that
But also-
Celebrini breakaway, 100% on McAvoy.
Well, if you look at the Taves say the Hellebuck save on Taves, it's McAvoy. It comes into the near frame that Taves gets by, like
Yeah, McAvoy did not have a good game. He saved a goal, and they didn't score on any of his mistakes. So we'll give him a break, right?
Yeah, except for that save that McAvoy made. Every time we saw him, like, said his name, it was not good.
You kept being like, while we were watching the game, you kept being like, "Who's 25?" Man, fuck 25. I was like, "That's McAvoy." I was like, "That's McAvoy fucking up again." He fucked up at least once per period, I think. It wasn't all the time, but it was at least 3 times that it was pretty
his
bad.
His were egregious. Like,
Yeah,
that slap
they're
shot
very
directly into-
noticeable.
that slap shot directly into like
To Celebrini's feet, who then took it for a breakaway.
which you saw in the angle. There's no like you put on the player angle and like
There's nothing there. There's nothing there.
nothing there. Even past Celebrini, there's nothing
There's
there.
nothing
you send
there.
It up the boards. He
Or to you're like the other defenseman or something. Like,
he
just get it
had
away
a
from yourself.
hooking, which
Oh,
led
that's
to the
right.
5-on-3.
Yeah.
And that one, we were talking. It's like that's not egregious, but you like that one was more just you gotta let go of the stick.
Oh, it was a tripping. It was a tripping, not a hooking.
No, it was hooking. It was called hooking.
Oh, was it? Well, whatever. The stick basically got stuck in between whoever the Canadian player's legs was. If he had just let the stick go, would not have been called a penalty, I don't think.
Yeah.
But he
I don't think
didn't, so he mixed them
It
up.
was a hooking.
It was a hooking / tripping, whatever you want to call it. But like, it was just one of those things. Like, just let go of your stick. Just let go of the stick, and it wouldn't have been called a penalty. And you still would have impeded him because your stick would have still been there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this game goes to overtime, right? It's all Canada in the
3v3.
third period. 3v3. Kind of weird for the gold medal game, but like that's the Olympics. There's precedent.
But also, they did the 3v3 rules different than the NHL. They don't switch the
True.
sides, and they do it for a full 10 minutes, or was
It was 20 minutes. For the gold medal
Yeah.
game, there was no shootout. It was going to be
No
20
shootout.
minutes the whole time.
And for the other games, it was 10 minutes instead
Yes,
of the
and
5,
then shootout.
which are all things that I have said in the past. And
You
they did
have.
it, and it's better.
You're absolutely right. That is what you have
and
said.
Not a single game went to the shootout.
Didn't switch sides. There was 10 minutes for all of the games. Gold medal game was 20 minutes. But like 20 minutes of 3v3, somebody's going to score before
Someone's
that
gonna
is gone. In this overtime, the overtime didn't take that long. what, 5 to 10 minutes at most.
A
Connor
minute.
McDavid,
It was two.
was it two?
A
That was
minute,
it.
41 seconds.
Oh, it
Yeah,
felt
that was it.
so much longer. Clay and I were watching this. This game was so stressful. Um, so to begin this sequence, Connor McDavid gets the puck, tries to go 1v3 like Marner did against Czechia, worked against Czechia, did not work against the United States, a much better defensive team than Czechia is.
Yep.
They were able to strip him of the puck. It almost worked. He did get to the net, but they were able to get the
Right.
puck away from him, turn it around, come back. It wasn't necessarily a 2-on-1. It was like a 2-on-2, more or less.
It was
McDavid didn't really check. He didn't really back check.
no. McDavid doesn't back check. Makar is too aggressive on the neutral
Yeah.
zone trying to pick off this pass, and then McKinnon gets bodied
Gets
by
bodied by
Werenski,
Werenski,
and
who
with the puck at his feet, who sends it
sends it to
to
Jack Hughes.
a wide open. Jack
Nobody
Hughes.
around Jack Hughes. Snipes it past Bennington. That's your gold goal. That's your golden goal for the United States at the 2026 Olympics. Jack Hughes, who took a stick to the teeth earlier in the game
From Sam Bennett.
from Sam Bennett,
4-minute power play.
lost at
Double.
least 3 teeth, or at least 1 tooth and then 2 broken teeth.
So looking at that, I think it's 3 broken teeth. That 1 tooth that's still in there, that's
gone.
not staying.
That's gone.
That's not
yeah.
staying. That front left tooth is what it is.
The
There's
incisor.
still,
There's still a little bit
No,
in there. That tooth's gone.
yeah.
They gotta
that's
yank that. That tooth's gone. But like, it's so funny if you go and look at him at the end of the game when he's smiling because he scored the golden goal. You can see exactly the angle of where the stick hit him because it's like a line that took his teeth out.
Yeah.
But Jack Hughes scores your golden goal. Team United States wins gold for the first time in 46 years. 46th anniversary to the day
To the day.
of the Miracle on
The
Ice
Miracle
in
on Ice.
1980. United
here's the
States
thing.
wins gold.
Every time the U.S. has won gold, a member of Brock Nelson's bloodline is there.
No way. Really?
Yeah, wait. Yeah. This is the 3rd gold. His grandfather won it. His great uncle won it. His uncle won it, and now he won it.
Wow, what a legacy. Holy shit, I did not know that. That's insane.
I learned that. It was awesome. The gold medal, they bring out Johnny Gaudreau's jersey. They bring out
I
his
cried.
kids.
I cried. The
And
second I
then-
saw the Goudreau jersey, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
They paraded his jersey around. Like the second they won the game, basically
Yeah.
immediately went and got Johnny Gaudreau's jersey.
Absolutely.
Werenski and Matt Tkachuk skated around with holding it up.
Yep.
And then
And
yeah.
Matthews was there.
Matthews was there too, but it was mostly Werenski and Matt Tkachuk skating around with his jersey
Yeah.
at first. And then Werenski and Larkin went and got Gaudreau's children from the stands.
Whose son turned 1 today.
Yeah, it was his birthday, and they brought them down for the gold medal picture while they were still holding Johnny Gaudreau's jersey, and
Yeah.
it was so beautiful. Like,
And-
I love the Canadian team. Like our Canada brothers, love you guys. It was a fantastic game.
It was so beautiful, and then they bring in Cash Patel. to
No, I
celebrate
was
the
not
last
going
goal.
to
They
mention
fucked
that
all
part.
of it.
And they fucked it up.
no,
You're right.
no,
They fucked it up.
all of it.
They fucked it
No.
all up.
I am furious.
I'm
I
furious
have been
too.
pissed off for the entire since I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm furious. Every
Again,
single
they ruined it.
every
Yeah.
single man in that locker room has no moral fiber. None
None.
whatsoever. The bully won. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I am it takes away all joy from this for me.
Yeah.
And to say oh, you're making it political, they made it political. The Olympics has always been political. The whole reason the Miracle on Ice is such a big deal is because it was against USSR.
True. Yeah, true.
That's the only reason it's a big deal.
True. So if Cash Patel just hadn't been in that celebration, would have been fine. Everybody would have been happy.
Would have been fine.
Yeah.
Would have been fine. Nothing.
But
Like
no, of course he had to be there
no,
because he's like a
no,
weird little gremlin man.
no. Acting like Drake, like he's a part of the goddamn
Yeah.
team. With Matt Kachuk putting his medal on his
Ugh.
neck,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even Kachuk who brought him in. Larkin brought him in.
Yeah. Really sucks the
Like
joy out of it. Really
sucks
does.
all the joy. Uh,
Well, you know what?
and
Congratulate.
that's why the women's gold matters more. Go ladies.
All right. Yeah, I mean, everything you said is true. But I am happy that I got to see Team USA hockey win a gold.
I had
Everything
so
afterwards.
much fun watching this game with you.
Yes, I had
I
fun
had
watching this game
so
with
much
you.
fun watching this game with you. But and then going back watching
yeah.
like the Canada media cry so much.
Absolutely
of the
beautiful.
so much of the complaints being 3-on-3 gold medal isn't real hockey, and then give back the 4-on-4.
Yeah.
Because what makes
Because that's
that
how you won
real
last time.
hockey?
Yeah, well, that was 4-on-4.
Yeah, it wasn't real. It wasn't 5-on-5. That wasn't real hockey.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
that is part of it too. Like, look, there's a lot of people online right now that are pretty grossly the United States like taunting Canada. I don't agree with that. I thought it was a really good game. We don't need to do that.
well,
You know?
no, absolutely not. And also, what you said earlier, I'm not surprised
No.
with Patel being in that locker. I'm not surprised.
I'm not
I'm
surprised
disappointed.
either. Look,
I'm-
you got to remember
I'm-
all those hockey players are rich white guys who are
They're rich
statistically the
white
worst
guys.
people that have ever existed. So,
Yeah, and
Don't-
most of them in that team have history,
hmm
have a hockey history. There, so many of them are like their legacy, nepo to an extent. Like
Yeah.
again, Brock Nelson, third generation Olympic gold.
yeah.
The Hughes brothers, their mom was a U.S. Olympian. Their dad worked for the. They lived in Toronto. They're dual citizens. That like their dad worked for the Maple Leafs.
hmm
Tage Thompson's dad, NHLer. Kachuk's dad, NHLer. Like these guys have hockey legacies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that basically almost guarantees that you get born on third thinking you hit a triple. Like it's
Yeah.
that type of deal.
Absolutely. yeah.
But my thing is, I'm not gonna let them ruin my love for this sport. Hockey culture is awful. It's rotten to its core. We've talked about that.
Both U.S. and
in the
Canada, I
past.
would like to
No,
point out. Both
I'm
of them.
saying hockey.
Yeah, hockey culture is bad.
But
Sports culture is bad. Just in general, sports culture
Yeah.
is bad.
So like, don't look to athletes for morals. 'Cause
Never.
They're not it.
They don't have them. They don't have any of them. And you should
Like,
never
the ones
look
that
to.
do are rare. The ones that do are rare.
And anytime I see like, oh, this sports player is MAGA, like, yeah, of course he is.
Of course
Like
he
that,
is.
no shit, they're stupid. They don't know.
And
They've been pampered their entire lives because they're athletes. They don't know
There's also-
shit. They don't. They
there's also
they can't even
Canadian
read.
Muggins.
They don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're not gonna be cerebral about this.
No.
Like, there's
I-
Canadian Muggins. like,
yeah.
Also hockey players, because you got your good old Alberta boys, your Saskatchewan boys. Like,
hmm
of course,
Okay.
this isn't
So
an American problem.
let's
Per se,
let's get off
I'm
of this.
still gonna love hockey.
I agree.
And
You're allowed
watch
to
these
be happy about this and be mad about this at the same time. I feel like, right?
yeah,
We saw something
Oh,
that
man.
hasn't happened in 46 years, but I'm still allowed to be pissed that Cash Patel was in that fucking locker room. He didn't
On
have to be there.
taxpayer dime.
If he wasn't there,
On
nobody would
taxpayer
care.
dime.
On taxpayer dime. Anyway, let's bring this back. Let's bring this back.
The Jack Hughes picture of him like wrapping
Yeah.
that the flag with that toothy smile
Yeah.
is on my screen right now. That
It's beautiful.
that left incisor is not staying.
Nope.
Like, that's all.
Nope.
It
That
can
left
pick up.
incisor's gone. The one right next to it has blood all over it. That shit's gone. He
That's
should
gone.
get
It's
gold teeth. He should
yeah.
get gold teeth.
You put a gold retainer in there. Like
Absolutely.
those
Come
two
on,
teeth
man.
are gold.
Gotta be. And hey, Matthews, you should wear that gold medal the second you get back to Toronto. Because they're
Absolutely.
gonna be so pissed.
Absolutely.
Now
They're gonna be
let's get back to the Canadian media's complaints about this game. Like, oh,
yeah.
3v3. Oh, Nathan McKinnon did an interview after the game. It's like, oh, I'll let you decide who the better team was. It's like, hey, motherfucker, you guys still lost, and
Right.
you missed an empty net by like a large margin.
Why are we acting like goalies aren't important?
I know.
Like
Connor Hellebuck won this game. He
Yeah.
absolutely shut them down, other than the
You mean-
Makar goal.
you mean last year's MVP
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter? Like why
It's
is it
just
always
it's
why
just
is it
salt,
always getting
right?
goalied?
It's just
Like, why
salt
is it-
from them.
It's
They're
always
just so
getting
pissed they
goalied
didn't win.
when when you lose. Like, hey, maybe you should have had a better goalie. Maybe you should have had some better defense.
The defense, I think, is more of the issue than the goaltending. Bennington played fine. No hate on Bennington.
Both goals were 5-goal.
You could
Both
say
goals were
that
5-goal.
if it was Hellebuck, he might have made that save against Jack Hughes. Might have.
I mean, if it's Thompson, he might have made that save.
Maybe. Thompson didn't even
like-
play, right? It was all
No.
Bennington every game.
All Bennington every game.
Okay, so
talk
here,
about the Canadian defense.
yes, let's talk about the Canadian defense. Periaco and Sondheim should not be on the Canadian team again.
No.
I think I said this when the rosters came
Well,
out. Where's Jake Chikrin? Why isn't Jake Chikrin on this team? Jake
Sondheim
Chikrin,
played
instead
as
of
much as
Sondheim,
he did
Mhm,
because of Morrissey's injury. Now,
certainly. Jake Chikrin replacing one of the two of them? Much better defense all of a sudden because he's both.
because
He
you
can play better offense and play better defense than both of
because
them.
he can move the puck.
Yes.
That was what Canada was struggling with. When you're hemmed in deep and you can't move the puck, you're in trouble. And you could see that when that pair was on the ice
Oh yeah.
with America's forecheck on the first period.
Well, not only Chikrin, you could have replaced the other one with Noah Dobson, who is also fairly good at defense and offense.
I
like,
would put in not having you bring Dobson over Sandheim. This is a different story.
yeah,
This is a different story.
totally. Or
Sid
Chikrin
playing
over
this game.
Periaco. So
Sid
that's
playing
the
this
big
game Is
question.
a different story.
That one's the big question. If Sid plays this game, do they win?
It's still hard.
It's a hard because let's just take the defense out of it. If who comes out of the lineup if Sid's in the lineup? Reinhardt or Bennett?
Hopefully
Probably,
Bennett.
right?
Yeah.
If that's the case, like Sid's got ice in his veins, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Golden Goal from 2010. He has 3 Stanley Cup championships. He has 2 gold medals at the Olympics. Another gold medal at an IHF championship. If he's in the lineup, he's captained Canada. If he's in the lineup, do they win this game? I think they might.
I think it's a possibility.
I think if he's there, they might win this game, even if he doesn't score. He plays good defense for the most part.
An issue that Canada was having was they were overpassing.
Yeah.
Especially on the power play.
Well, I don't think Sid would have helped with that, but Sid overpasses sometimes too. But
yeah, but in the past couple of years, he's just been ripping it because he's just like, oh, I'm the only one scoring. Like,
yeah.
If no one else is going to take the shot, I'm going to take the shot.
Well, but he also would have gotten his fat Canadian ass in front of the goaltender, because that's what he does, and he would have deflected some pucks. You know, like, does he miss that empty net that McKinnon missed? Probably not. It's just, I don't know. It's a hard answer. It's a hard answer because like this still could have been 2-1 United States in overtime, even if Sid was in the lineup. It still could have been, because Hellebuck is that good, right? Hellebuck is that good in this game.
They kept overpassing to the perimeter on on the power plays, which Hellebuck is good at. He's
Hmm.
huge. Like he's good at getting back and forth. In fact, the only time I'm uncomfortable with Hellebuck is when he leaves the net.
He's not a good puck handler. No, and even a couple of times in this game, it was very clear, like, Hellebuck, hey, no, 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 just get back
No,
in
no,
your
no.
net. Just
Just
get
get
back in
back
the
in the
net,
net.
bud. I told you yesterday, that was the Penguins fans know this. Marc-Andre Fleury, not great at handling the puck.
But
And there
he
was a
thinks he
time,
can.
like, halfway through his career where you would be watching Penguins games, you'd just be like, no, 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 get back in the net. Just get back in the, just stop the puck and go back to the front of the net. Uh, there's a lot of what ifs for Canada. The Canadian media is going to crucify this team going forward.
Again, this was and to me, this was the closest the two teams have been
Yeah,
talent
like on paper, like talent wise. Yeah,
talent
absolutely.
wise. This is the
I
closest,
mean,
and this was the
this
time
this
to do it
holds
for the
no
U.S.
water compared to like the Miracle on Ice, right? Or even
No,
1960, where the
yeah,
United States absolutely was like, they're not even going to medal. No, this team was clearly going to medal unless
yep.
they really fucked up. So, but like one on one versus Canada, yeah, that's a tough that's gonna be a tough victory. Uh,
Does does Canada win a best of seven against this team?
Yeah,
Probably,
probably,
probably. But this
probably,
isn't
but it's
best of
only
seven.
one game. It's only one game, and Connor McDavid as the captain, always the bridesmaid.
Oh,
I'm just
that is
saying,
rough. No,
always the bridesmaid
I mean they
because
won four when he won four nations. He was the assistant.
he was the assistant captain to Sid, and he was the captain while Sid was injured. So I don't know. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I'm not putting this on
Obviously,
McDavid, but that 1v3 in overtime, ill-advised.
it's a
He
bold
shouldn't have
choice.
done that.
Bold
Shouldn't have done
choice.
that, and then he didn't back check. It's one
Oh
of those
yeah.
things that's just like, dog, you didn't back check after trying 1v3?
We also talked about in this on this
The
podcast
fastest
earlier.
skater in the league, you couldn't try to get back to back check.
We've also talked earlier in the season about how bad at 3v3 Colorado was, and you put two
That's
of
also
Colorado
true.
on the
Oh,
ice.
that's a good point. Yeah, 2 out of 3 of those guys were on Colorado. They're really bad in overtime for some reason. They're also really bad on the power play.
Yeah,
Like Colorado, just shockingly bad on the power play. Like for them, like I think
right.
they're like middling
What
in the
they're
league,
supposed
but
to do. Yeah.
like looking at the roster, you'd be like, yeah, they're number one on the power play. No, they're like
No.
15th or something.
Yeah. The lack of back check from McDavid is egregious.
It's a little
Again, like
shocking. He
McCarr
deserves
makes
more. He deserves more flack than I think he's currently getting for not back
every
checking at all. Like not
every
even really
person
trying.
on that overtime ice needs to like, and the fact that it's McDavid, McCarr, and McKinnon means they won't get that criticism.
Two of
But
the top 3 forwards in the world in McDavid and McKinnon, and then one of the better defensemen in the world in McCarr.
and you are arguing top two in the league,
Yeah,
top
him and
five in
Quinn
the league.
Hughes, right? Are
Yeah.
probably 1 and 2, at
Yep.
least at the moment. But McDavid just
Oof.
not even trying to back check. Like, come on, bro. Hey, you know who would have back checked? Sid.
Crosby.
Sid would have.
Yeah.
And
He
yeah,
wouldn't have
dude,
gone 1v3.
Sid came out for the medal ceremony. He got his silver medal. He was fucking pissed. He looked so mad that he got a silver, and he was probably mad that he wasn't playing in the game. Not because
That's
Sid's a
yeah.
good leader. He's not going to shit on his teammates, but he was probably mad that he got a silver, not a gold,
Yes.
right? Or that he didn't play. I should say is the reason why he was probably mad. But
And then oh man, every gold medalist or every medalist got a stuffy in the entire Olympics.
I wish they wouldn't have
Um
done that. It seems really condescending, you know.
well, again, like
I
you
guess
got a
I
medal.
guess it
You
was
get a
mostly
stuffed animal.
I guess that mostly seemed condescending in hockey, right? Because it's such a
That's just
big
what it was.
team, right? Because in all the other ones, everybody's psyched if they get bronze. Like
They
if
get the
me or
medal
you
and
go
yeah.
to the Olympics, I'm psyched if I got a bronze medal, right? I'll
Yeah.
take that stuffed animal. I don't even give a shit, right? But in
Yeah.
hockey, Canada got silver both times, and
Hmm.
both the women's and men's teams
There was some
were
poor poker faces.
clearly
There was
pissed
some
that they got silver.
poor poker faces.
I'll be honest, the women's team had worse poker faces than the men's team about how mad they
Oh,
were.
I mean, McKinnon.
McKinnon's the meme one right now. He
It's the
did
meme one right
not,
now.
yeah, he did not hide how mad he was. I'm assuming mad at himself
Yeah.
for getting that silver, but he got the
Oh,
stuffed animal and he looked at it. Oh my god, guys, go look at
the
that. Go look
I
at
mean,
that video. It's so funny.
the meme that I sent you is like when my dog doesn't get wet food in its kibble.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. He looked
um,
so mad that he didn't get that gold, that he was
there's
handed
also
the stuffy.
the also jokes that like the team Canada didn't stay in the Olympic Village and the Team USA did.
There was that too, yeah.
And there's the McKinnon quote. It's just like, we're not here to have fun. We're here to win. It's just like, well, you
Well, you
didn't do
didn't
either.
win. Yeah,
So,
you didn't do either, did you? Yeah,
like,
there's the quote I think from one of the Kachucks that they were
because
like, "No, we're staying." Go ahead.
McKinnon has the stick that he's just like he doesn't have fun.
Yeah, he's got a stick up his ass. Yeah, he's a Nova
Yeah,
Scotian hockey player. Yeah,
right.
him and Sid are
Um,
from the same general area. They're from the
yeah,
same town. They're both from
right.
Cole Harbor. So like Sid would be the same way, probably.
With Marchand, who also did not have a good game.
He did not. No, that's true. But there is a quote from one of the Kachuk brothers, I think Brady Kachuk, that was like, "No, Team USA is staying in the Olympic Village because we want the full
Full thing.
experience of it. Like we want the entire experience of it." Shout out to the Olympic Village. Went through 10,000 condoms in
That's
a
look.
week or something.
This is a story every single
I
Olympics.
know, but it's so funny to bring up that those athletes just be fucking each other.
It's not even just that. It's an easy souvenir. You
Oh,
grab
I
a
guess that's true too.
handful
I guess that's
because
true.
they have the Olympics logo.
Yeah,
You
I
just
guess
grab
that's
a
fair. I guess that's
handful
fair.
and you give them to your buddies back home.
Hey
Like,
man, I'm just saying, you see some of these athletes, you could be like, I understand why they're going through 10,000 condoms.
yeah. Um, I'm
Uh,
looking at ice time. I'm looking at ice
such a
time.
funny statistic I wanted to mention.
I'm looking at ice time right now for um, both Canada and the United States. Sam
Hmm.
Reinhart, 7 minutes. Shea
Should have been
Theodore,
less.
9 minutes. Seth
Mm.
Jarvis should have had some more because he only had 8. Drew Doughty only had 8.5.
I think
Marchand had
I think that's a sweet spot
10.
for Dowdy though.
Yeah,
Dowdy's gonna retire pretty soon, right?
yeah. But it's just amazing. Like they went to the well of Devin Taves. Devin Taves had 22. Makar had 24.
Yep.
Celebrini 23. Deserved. Oh
Deserved.
my God.
Celebrini,
That
fantastic
kid
tournament.
was amazing.
That kid's
Um,
fantastic. He is
19 years old.
once McDavid starts taking a step back,
Oh,
he will eventually. Celebrini is the best player, the
yeah.
next best player to come up. 19 years old, and he had a fantastic tournament.
Oh, they actually counted shifts. Like
Oh,
Sam Reinhart had 8 shifts.
damn.
Um,
Should have been less. He didn't do anything on him. He did score a goal that went not in the United States game, but
Noah Hanifin only had 6 minutes. Clayton Keller,
Eh.
1 shift. That was it.
that seems wild
Which
that you wouldn't
is
try to
surprising to me. Yeah.
spell some guys, right? Some of your older guys, like,
Zach Werenski only had 12 minutes. He only had 15 shifts.
huh. That's a little surprising. I thought he was very visible on the ice though.
He was. And,
Oh, you know what? Shout out to Connor
sets up the
Hellebuck.
assist.
That reminded me. Werenski got the primary assist in the golden goal. Hellebuck got the secondary assist.
Yep.
So like even
Yeah.
more he was the MVP of that game. I
Yeah.
will say that Connor McDavid got MVP of the tournament, which is he had to be like fucking again that I
Again.
got MVP of the tournament / playoffs and didn't win the championship.
Yep. Oh, man.
He did set a record for amount of points by
In a-
NHL players in a single Olympic tournament.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but still.
There's a bunch of guys that, like, had a lot of time. McAvoy with 20 3 minutes, and it showed.
Maybe should have been
Um,
less. Maybe should have been a little less. Maybe Hannafin gets in for a couple of those shifts.
because I remember Hannafin made some good plays.
He was playing, just not
Yeah,
that much.
he had 10 shifts, 10 shifts.
10
That was
shifts
it.
okay. 10 shifts okay.
Shoot, Gensel kind of had a bad Olympics.
Yeah, he didn't do too much. I think he had
He
one
didn't do
goal.
too much.
I think he scored one goal maybe
Yeah,
in the whole tournament. But he was kind of buried in the lineup, right? Because for both Canada, the United States, and probably Sweden too, they have 1 through 4 lines,
depends.
right? But it's like,
It depends
is it
on
really
what
a 1 through 4 lines?
he had 17 minutes and 24 shifts. Like
Oh,
he
okay.
had
He
the
didn't have
same
that great of a tournament, no.
he had the same amount of time as Austin Matthews.
Hmm.
Well, it's that line. That was the line.
Yeah,
So that does make sense if they're rolling lines.
sure, yeah. But like, if you're rolling 4 lines, you think everybody's getting like an equal amount of time, essentially.
Yeah, you'd think.
Unless it's like really important, right? Like you're getting down to it, the game's tied. Maybe you have your big dudes on the ice, right?
Yep.
But man, well, that's the Olympics. What an ending.
Olympics again. NHL starts Wednesday.
NHL start
Um,
games start Wednesday. The roster freeze is over, so I don't know that we're gonna see any moves before the games start again, but we might.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but we might. Let's see, it's the 23rd when we're recording, and the trade deadline is March 6th, I think. So we're right there, man. We're getting close.
Yep.
Let's see how many days we got until the trade deadline. Come on, calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in like a half days until
Yeah.
the trade deadline. Absolutely wild. We got some shit coming. Has to, right?
Yep.
Something.
Absolutely.
Well, there you
You'd
go.
think.
Thank you guys for listening. As always, we can be found wherever podcasts are found. Give us a rate, review, subscribe wherever applicable. And we'll be back next week for NHL games again. For the first time in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Any final thoughts, Clay, on the Olympics?
No, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
It was Travis Green that I got confused with Rick Tocchet
Ah,
on the
interchangeable.
on that
both
Canadian bench.
both honestly not great head coaches. Good assistant
No,
coaches, not great head coaches.
One is bald and one's not, so I did really make a mistake there.
It was funny looking at the American bench and just seeing Sullivan, Tocchet, and Tortorella.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, what a goon squad they got there.
Yeah.
All right, we will see you guys next week at the same puck time.
Same puck place.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.